Recently, Anderson Silva called out Conor McGregor. Silva said that he wants to fight Conor at a 176-pound catchweight. He posted this to his Instagram. In the caption, he wrote, "Super fight at 176.37 pounds." Conor McGregor has since responded to Silva. Today on Twitter, Conor retweeted Silva's call out and said, "I accept." So who do you guys think would win between Conor McGregor and Anderson Silva if they fought right now? Let us know your opinions in the comments below. Colby Covington, in a recent interview with MMA Fighting, speaks on his old friend Jorge Masvidal. Colby says that Masvidal has a special ass whooping coming to him and vows to drop Jorge on his head if he sees him in the streets.
I want them both in the same night, Mike. That's how pissed off. I have such a bad, salty taste in my mouth from my last fight with Marty Fake Newsman, just getting cheated by Mark Not So Goddard, just all the fake fouls and the fouls that did happen he doesn't call, and the bullshit early stoppage when I was clearly still in the fight and intelligently defending myself. So, we're going to run that back. There's going to be a sequel and trilogy with Marty Fake Newsman. But my ex-best friend, Street Judas Masvidal, he has a special ass whooping waiting for him. He's for sure going to he's talking about me getting my jaw wired shut. Bitch, I never got one thing fucking wired shut on my fucking mouth. Never got shit. But when we fight, I promise you, Street Judas, your teeth will be wired shut. I'm going to fucking take you down. I'm going to fucking slice you up with my elbows, and I'm going to break your fucking face with these fucking knuckles. Mark my words, Mike. Jumping on it. My agency, Lloyd Pearson, is signing the paper before the ink can dry. Those are the only fights I want, the biggest fights possible. And the people are going to be fucking super satisfied when they see Colby Chaos Covington version 2.0. I was playing before, Mike. Now I'm fucking serious. I'm not fucking playing around anymore. 100%. Me and Street Judas Masvidal are 100% going to fight before it's all said and done. We might fight a couple times, because if I see him in the street, it's going to be a fade session. He's going to get put on the concrete. I'm going to drop him on his fucking head and put stitches in the back of his head. It's not going to be nice, Mike. I promise you that. And he knows that. Deep down inside, he knows. But he's willing to take a paycheck in the UFC to get his ass whooped, because he knows the UFC is going to pay his fucking medical bills. But besides that, if we fight in the street, I'm going to drop him on his fucking head, and he's never going to be the same person again, because he's going to be concussed. The concrete's going to mess with him, and I'll probably kick his teeth in too while I'm at it.
Angela Hill speaks on her recent controversial split decision loss to Claudia Gadelha. She explains why she got so angry with the judges after the decision was made. She told the A side, "I said f that. I said it maybe 5 times and I didn't know what to do. I was just pacing back and forth. I was like, what do I f***ing do right now? I stormed out of the cage. I looked left and right because I was trying to see the f***ing judges' faces, and I was like, where the f*** are the judges? And they're like shoving me down that corridor so I'm not running around the empty arena screaming at people and throwing things. Everything I saw in front of me after they pushed me out, I wanted to just grab and f***ing throw it. I was so pissed. This is the first time I've ever been that angry after a decision, because the fight was a big deal. It was a really big deal for me. It's the first time I had a streak going. The first person in my streak with a number by their name. So it was a really big deal. I know people are like, well, you lost so much already, why does this matter? All of those losses are in the past, and this was my resurgence as a dominant fighter, and I felt like they're almost trying to change what I did. I did something great, and the judges are changing the narrative, and Dana's changing that narrative by saying that he agrees with them. It all just makes me angry. For 5 minutes while I'm waiting for the judges to tally up their little scores, they probably had a calculator for it because they're f***ing stupid. While I'm waiting 5 minutes for the judges to tally up everything, I'm just like, man, I just whipped Claudia Gadelha's ass. Everyone saw that. Co-main event, this was the biggest fight of my career. Anthony Smith on Ariel Helwani's MMA show responds to the stoppage backlash in his recent fight with Glover Teixeira. Smith says that he never wanted his corner to stop the fight.
I feel bad because they're in a tough spot. I don't know if they wanted to stop it or if they thought about it, but I take that option away from them before we have ever gotten to that. Before any of this ever happened, before any I took that option away a long time ago. If you want to sit in my corner, that's my rule. You don't stop the fight. You just don't put leave it in my hands. Don't take it out of my hands. So, like I've told them before, if you stop the fight or you throw the towel in, you can go ahead and walk back to the locker room by yourself, because I'll never stand by you again. I don't need liabilities in my corner. The way that I fight, I end up in spots sometimes, and that's just how it goes. And most of the time, I've been able to come back and win. And sometimes you can't. Sometimes you run out of time, and then sometimes it's just too high of a hill to climb. But I don't need those liabilities. I don't need to be getting to bad spots, working my ass off to try to get to a better position, and constantly having the back of my head worried that my corner is going to step in and not give me the opportunity. So Whether they did or they didn't, it didn't matter. Like, that's the rule. That we don't stop fights. That's it. And there's a lot of other people that's on, and that's the referee and the doctor. And there's a reason those people have a job. Like, that's their job. If he thought that it needed to be stopped, then that's on him. The doctor thinks that I can't continue, then that's on him. That's his job. That's what he went to school for. That's what he's being paid for. I'm paying them to help me win fights. I don't need them constantly in the back of their head worried about how much damage I'm taking. That's not their job. I need them. They're paid to help me win fights, and that's it.
Darren Till, in a recent interview, speaks on Israel Adesanya. Till said that he believes they will 100% fight eventually. On the Eurobash podcast, he went on to say he f***ed me off for the f***ing Ultimate Fighter. So I was like, okay, wait till I f***ing burst Whitaker's head and then we'll see what you're saying, you scrawny little c***. He messaged me the other day like, Darren, KFC's back open, mate. Get your fat ass down there. I was like, I'll be there, mate, don't worry. He's actually a good guy, he is. Listen, mate, we are going to fight. I don't care what anyone says. We are going to fight. The best man will win. I believe I will beat him and I will become the middleweight champion. Whatever. We will fight. It will be for the culture, it'll be for the fans, for the people, for the culture of Muay Thai, everything. It's going to be epic, but until then, I've got no hard feelings towards that man. Yes, I'm going to punch a hole through his face, and he's probably going to punch one through mine, but he gets the joke. He gets the banter. He gets that we're frenemies. Let's make this f***ing fight massive. So this man named Tino has been calling out Dylan Dennis on Twitter every day for weeks now.
Yo, I'm looking for that motherfucker named Dylan Denise. Have you seen him? Yo, Dylan Denise, let's talk. Yo, Dylan Denise, to the ground, stand up. It doesn't matter. You can get it either way. You're all soft as Remember that. You know what I do for agility training, bro? I throw my cat in the backyard and I chase that shit. Yo, what are you doing, bro? Visualize squaring off against Dylan Denise. Let me tell you something, Dylan Pickle Denise. Yo, I don't know what's soft. You or your erectile dysfunction. Listen here, Dylan Denise and Peter Queasy. Both you guys will get popped in the mouth. Took Ritalin like this, do all that killing and drug dealing. You my nigga, what you with? Dylan Denise.
We actually interviewed Tino to talk to him about this obsession for wanting to fight Dylan. Here's how it went.
What's going on?
Doing great. Thanks for joining us. So you've been calling out Dylan Dennis recently. What's the beef with him? Where did this all start?
Well, it all started, man. I sent him a video just letting him know I'm the guy he wants to fight. And I'm sure he gets hundreds of those videos daily. And he decided to call me out. He blasted me all over his social media. And I was like, all right, so I rolled with it. I was like, you really want me? We can get this thing rolling. So let him know. I know Bellator likes to sign a bunch of nobodies, but let them know I'm the nobody they want to sign.
So obviously Dylan Dennis, he's got some grappling credentials, you know, he's a black belt. Do you have any respect for that? What do you think about all that?
Was he 18 and 16? In black belt pro fights? I got respect for him, I do. No, his last couple fights, I mean, bro, he's fighting truck drivers. Come on. When he fights somebody that got a worthy name, then I'll put some respect on his name.
Well, fair enough. What kind of martial arts experience do you bring to the table? I see you working out over there.
So yeah, I wrestled in high school. I got a boxing background, and I did a lot of Jeet Kune Do growing up.
Oh yeah, for sure. How do you finish the fight? How does this play out?
Me and him fought?
Yeah.
I don't see it going past the second round.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna. He can shoot on me all day like he did the Max Humphrey. That's not gonna work on me. He's gonna have no choice but to stand up and fight me. And if it goes that route, promise you, I'm knocking him out.
You're knocking him out with a punch, a kick, a knee? What's it gonna be?
I see me catching him with a clean straight. I see him coming in trying to constantly shoot on me, and I just back up and just catch him with one clean straight. Down he goes.
Well, there you go. And once you beat Dylan, I'm sure this is going to happen soon enough. Who's next on the hit list? You going to call somebody else out next?
Anybody that wants to get it can get it.
Well, there you go, Tim. Thanks so much for joining us today. Anything you want to say before we let you go?
Like I said, Bellator is known for signing all these nobodies. I'm the real nobody they want to sign.
Well, I hope you get the fight, Tim. Thank you so much for joining us today. Good luck finishing your workout, and can't wait to see you beat Dylan Dennis.
Thanks, brother.
And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post future ones. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one's from Tyler Harris, and it says, remember when Anderson Silva was the middleweight champion and would come up to light heavyweight to beat up on guys? Real champion. The second one's from Mexican Martial Arts. It says, USADA should clear John Jones for psychedelics before he tweets. And the final one's from Frosty Cookies. It says, John Jones has achieved inner peace and broke through the plane of existence to achieve the 5th dimension and find the true meaning of life so that he could slowly evolve into Tyron Woodley. Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured on the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. Also be sure to check out the other types of MMA content we post on this channel. Click either of these 2 videos on the screen right now.